We meet again, Paul.
Oh my god, we need to do this more often.
Yeah, I know. It's actually quite weird. The amount of people that want this is unreal. I didn't think that many people, or as many people, would be interested. As they are.
I have a comment on the video saying, do more shared cockpit with Matt, and it has almost 100 likes on it now. I'm like, wow, okay.
So, to those almost 100 people, this is for you.
Yeah, just 100 views on the video, just those people who wanted it.
Yeah. So, where are we?
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, I'm not going to attempt the accent. So, we're heading to where?
Canberra today, which is, what, about an hour flight time? Well, not even that, I don't think. Probably about an hour in total.
Yeah, it's about that. And we've employed our own personal registration. Instead of trying to figure out like who flies what, because it's not always the case that a specific airline flies routes, we figured that we've got our own private reg, which is Victor Papa Charlie Charlie Juliet. I'm looking at it on my screen. I don't know if Paul's showing you on yours, but yeah, I'm sure pretty nice.
The thing is, it's a business jet, right? So my question is, who are we flying today? Because the payload's got 89 passengers, so are they just all businessmen, or is there a VIP in there, do you reckon?
It's Alan Sugar and the cast of The Apprentice.
Wow. In that case, have you got your parachute?
I think we should chuck it around on purpose. 0 G's in the cruise, that'll be interesting.
Alright, well, I'm going to jump into the cockpit then, and let's start this off, shall we?
Yep. Well, I need to just load the fuel. I am flying today, as Paul did the last sector, to Innsbruck, which apparently everyone enjoyed. Sadly, this approach into, where are we going again? Canberra.
Yeah.
It's not as interesting as Innsbruck, but still, it's a nice scenic day out.
I think the landing in Canberra is actually quite decent, so the scenery looks okay.
Nice. Right, just check me your fuel figures and just see what you've got fuel on board.
FOB is reading 5 tons.
Perfecto. I suppose before we start, we should address that whole flex issue we had last time.
Oh yes, the way that we couldn't get into flex at all during takeoff, and we went off like a missile. Do explain.
I've been flying Airbus for a long time, and I completely forgot that if you set the acceleration and thrust reduction altitude to below the airfield elevation, then it kind of goes into a little bit of a confused state, and it won't apply flex to the engines when you go to take off. So I think one person got it right in your comments on your video. I've not seen someone correct it on my video yet, but yeah, Munich's above, I think, 1,500 feet, and I set it to 1,500 feet, so it was actually my fault. And for the entire flight, I actually thought it was Paul's fault, so there you go. I was almost pulling rank, and then I realised it was actually my own fault.
I'll be honest, my thought was it was something to do with the numbers we shoved in, or I had a problem with my controller, but it wasn't that at all.
No. But it will work today because I have all the charts on hand. I know the elevation, I know what needs to be put in, and we will not have those issues ever again. Lesson learned. Right, as we're a business jet, fuel is not really a priority, so should we just like cost index 99 it?
Yes. Well, I'd take off like last time.
Yeah, well, not quite. We're going up to 370 apparently.
Indeed. Favourable winds and all that.
And 5 tons of fuel, and everything else is good to go. So you said that we're departing off runway 16 here?
Yeah, runway 16, and then I think we sort of loop around.
It's a Docel 8, it's an RNAV departure.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward flight, to be honest. Not like the last one we did, Innsbruck.
Well, Innsbruck's straightforward until you try and fly the approach. Okay, so Docel... Oh, wait, there's no airways? It's just direct?
Yep. Direct
to Manda. What kind of name is that? And then we'll do the arrival when we're in the air. I'm not bothering with that just yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Flaps 1, and it's 0.6 up, courtesy of Aerosoft's calculator. And everything else is in.
Yep, 10,000 transition. That's cool. Okay, boarding has commenced.
Sweet. Right, well, I'll do my stuff.
Open some cargo doors. After cargo door. Front cargo door. Aft left. That's all the doors open. Okay, so my flows are basically... Let's see, I don't have as many flows as Matt on this particular bit. I've done a lot of my flows already where I checked checked that the engine masters were off, checked the parking brake was on, checked that the flaps were in, you know, 0.
Okay, well, I
blah.
finished my preps.
Just double check the barrel reference is 1021, reading 450.
Correct.
Yeah, boarding's happening now.
Apparently, in version 3.1, which is what me and Paul are both using, the water is insanely good. They updated the water.
I forgot about that because I updated to 3.1 just before we did this, so I've not seen the water yet.
Yeah, neither have I, but apparently it's amazing. And apparently the ships and everything now in the water have their own wake, so it actually looks like they're sailing.
Nice.
I'm just chilling out with this floating man outside. He's not even got any shoes. The bottom of his legs have been chopped off.
They don't pay him enough to get shoes, that's why.
That's actually unbelievable.
Interesting. Looks like they're only loading the rear cargo space. Everything's been done. We are ready for... well, I need to turn on the APU.
I'm just going to do that now, yeah. 1 sec. All the takeoff data's in and the MCDU's set, so...
Is that your flow?
It's
What's
all
that?
good. PF on the left-hand side.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, your stuff's to do with chocks and external power, etc.
Yeah.
It's one of the most difficult things is CRM, crew resource management, is getting it right, because it's so easy to cross hands, especially when you're not used to it.
Yeah, it has been interesting. Especially when we, like, one of us is captain and the other one's the first officer and we switch around and it confuses you because you're used to doing one thing and then you have to do something else and not do certain things.
I honestly, you need to like realize that these people that get this right on a daily basis have been put through hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of training. So they're like, you know, they have to be good at it. Whereas, you know, simming in this sort of environment, you're bound to get cross wires all the time.
Okay, before start, checklist to the line. Pushback,
yep.
Start clearance will say is obtained. Windows and doors.
Okay, so it's windows locked on my side and the doors are closed.
Window is locked on my side. Beacon
is on.
Okay, that's to the line.
Okay, and then we can go for the before start checklist.
Okay, before start pushback checklist. Cockpit prep.
Is completed.
Wheel chocks.
I've seen they're removed.
Okay, cabin signs.
Okay, cabin signs are on and auto.
ADIRs.
Are set to nav.
Fuel quantity.
4980 kilograms set.
Takeoff data.
Is set.
Barrel reference.
Is set 1021450 feet indicated.
1021,450 feet indicated, confirmed. Do you
Below
want to go
the
below
line?
the line?
Yep.
Okay, windows and doors.
Yeah, as already discussed, closed on my side for the windows and the doors are closed.
Okay, beacon is on, thrust levers.
Are idle.
Parking brake.
Is set.
Checklist complete.
Okay, well, I'll chuck your master again. There you go.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, my bad. You're already on master.
Okay.
And
I'll do the pushback then.
And now you can do the pushback, yeah.
Release parking brake. Commencing push.
Release some parking brake.
Okay, start the clock, which you've already done perfect. And
Starts
I
at
will
will.
start number 2. So, starting engine 2. And we're in the IAE, so there's a little bit of a difference to the CFMs on the start sequence. And 2 is rising.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Right, engine 2 has stabilised.
Perfect. Start engine 1. And there goes the master switch. Ah, there's the dog bar. PTU. Well, actually, someone in your comments on the last video gave a really nice in-depth explanation of what a PTU is, and they got it spot on.
Nice. I wonder if they knew that or they just Googled it.
I mean, you could probably Google it if you knew what like if it had been told, like said to you, it was a PTU. But I don't ever remember saying it was a PTU. So.
Okay, parking brake is set.
Okay, you can go with the after start flows once one's stabilised.
Still firing up for me.
Yeah, still going for me as well.
Alright, is that engine 1 stabilised?
Perfecto! Okay, after start flows we go.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Okay, I'll just wait for GSX to disconnect and I'll hand it back over
Yeah,
to CPD flight
I was
controls.
just doing the trim and I was like, why is the trim not working? I forgot I don't have master. Just let me know when you fired it back across.
Yeah, he's just kind of wandering off now.
Sweet. Pretty short
Okay.
taxi to 1-6.
You have master?
Okay, thanks. Okay, ready for the flight control check?
Yep. Full left. Full right. Full up. Full down. Rudder left. And rudder right.
Perfect.
After start checklist.
Go for it.
Anti-ice.
Not required.
ECAM status.
It's checked.
Pitch rudder trim.
Pitch 0.6 up, rudder 0.
And hand signal was received.
Okay, perfect. Ready to taxi?
Yep, ready to taxi.
Okay, you get the lights and we'll go.
Lights are
Nice.
done.
Parking brake released. And away we go.
Looks like you need to go down Echo then Alpha.
Yeah, Echo, and then it'll run parallel to 2-7. And then
You turn right,
right
into Alpha.
across 27,
follow it
yeah.
down. It's like the texture in here is very like sandy orangey, you know, like drier than like in England you get nice green lush texture in. Like
Yeah.
here it's all very.
it's because of the heat.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice. It's different, and the tarmac's all not tarmac. It's concrete.
We were talking about Australia a couple of days ago with some friends that live over there. And, you know, they have like 365-day a year beach weather. It's perfect.
Yeah. Have problems with like getting skin cancer though, don't they? Because there's so much sun.
Yeah, but YOLO. Or would you rather spend 80 years of your life in the cold or run the risk of living 80 years of your life in the hot with the potential risk of getting skin cancer?
Yeah. Some people like the cold, some people like the hot, you know.
It's just next right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, if this should be Alpha. Why do they have any signs up?
I guess it's because we deactivated some stuff.
Look at the paint. I don't know what yours, but on mine, like the paint is all worn off the tarmac as well.
Yeah, I just find the whole, like, the textures are so low quality on the ground.
Runway clear.
Are they bad for you, or?
They're not fantastic, but they're okay.
Fair
I was messing about with my settings.
Okay, so yeah, it's just up here. I love with idle power, it just goes on its own. That's so nice. Right, do you want to start doing the before takeoff flows and then we'll get up underway? For some reason, that was my childhood memory of hearing the seatbelt sign ding before departure. It's like, honestly, that's what hooked me on flying for some reason.
Possibly
the whole concept of sitting down was weird. Once I've made this left turn, we'll do the before takeoff checklist.
Okay. Right, before takeoff checklist, flight controls.
Checked.
Check confirmed. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check confirmed. Takeoff briefing.
Confirmed.
Flaps config.
1 plus F.
1 plus F. V1 VR V2 flex temp.
V1 123, VR 132, V2 137, flex is 57.
Confirmed. ATC.
Set.
Ecam memo.
Is takeoff no blue.
Okay, below the line.
Yeah, that below the line. Talk about line, not line up. Okay. So it's because I'm trying to do 8 things at once, but yeah, below the line.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Packs 1 and 2.
Are on.
Checklist complete.
Okay, you ready?
Let's do this.
Okay, takeoff.
Power set flex. That's 100 knots.
Check.
V1. And rotate.
Retard.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
We got flex.
We got flex this time.
We got flex.
Did you turn the runway light off?
No. Okay, 1,500 feet and climb power.
Very misty day out there.
Right click the alt knob so we get open climb.
I take it you brought the flaps up.
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, we're nowhere near. Blimey. I'm so used to seeing the, you know, on the ticker tape, the red markers. We've not even got there yet.
No, because we stayed in SRS, we didn't do anything else.
Is it really misty for you when you look out the window?
Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, flaps up.
Okay, speed checked, flaps up.
And the after takeoff checklist.
Okay, after takeoff checklist. Landing gear.
Is up,
Flaps.
retracted,
Packs.
on.
Okay. Blue sky.
So you just love it when you've flown like through really bad, overcast, misty, horrible weather, and then you just fly above into this abyss of cloud. It's
Yeah.
sorry, blue sky. It's so nice.
I love it. It's one of the things that, like, when I first started flying, it's one of the things that I look forward to the most, because I hadn't really thought about it at that point. I was only young, I hadn't thought about it, but it's like no matter what the weather's doing on the ground, once you get over those clouds, it's always sunny.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Right, autopilot's coming in, and we are well underway.
Yeah.
Well, here we are with about 100 and, what is it, 52 miles to go until Canberra. Is that actually how you pronounce it, Canberra?
Canberra.
Or is it not Canberra?
No.
Canberra.
Canberra.
Like Edinburgh.
Yeah. Yeah, Edinburgh is a bit of a weird one. Have you noticed the sky outside? Like, all the clouds got left behind. And then if you look
I
outside
actually
now,
think
it's
it was
wonderful.
like a storm. I think we flew. I honestly think as we departed from wait, I almost said Sydney now. As we departed from Melbourne, on the right turn, I swear there was a storm underneath us, but that's passed, and now the sky is beautiful.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Okay, so the arrival we need to program. And you can probably hear me like tapping my keys, which is really awkward. But there you go. It's Amanda 8 apparently. So arrival. We're going to be landing on runway 17, is what we said.
I believe so.
There's no ILS on 17, so we're going to have to do
There's
an
not.
RNAV.
Yeah.
Or we can do a NDV or a VOR.
Whatever
What's your
you
fancy?
takes your fancy.
Well, to be honest, the weather's beautiful, so I don't even need to do any of those. I'll stick the RNAV in just to see where we're going, but apart from that, I don't really need to use anything other than that. I think it's the I don't even know which one it is, to be honest.
Yeah, you want the 8B, I think, don't you?
Just see, yeah, 8 Papa it is.
8 Bravo, according to the plan.
Well, yeah, but that's not RNAV, is it? So. Transition is going to be. I really need to open the RNAV chart actually. Right, here we go. The joys of Navigraph. Right, so we're coming from the western side. So, well, that's interesting. Chart for me doesn't have any of these points on. Oh no, it does Mekon. There we go, figured it out.
Hang on, Mekon. Wasn't there a bad guy called Mekon? Do you remember? Oh, you might not remember. There was a cartoon. There was like one of those printed cartoons, and it was the Mekon. I'm sure was the bad guy.
No idea.
Strange alien head guy. I'm going to Google that later.
Anyway, Mekon to be over 6,000 feet, which is already programmed, and then it goes to a place called Vipeg, and then starts the RNAV arrival into Canberra. Do you have the weather by any chance?
Yeah, 1021.
Okay, so transition altitude is 10,000 again. And 1021 you said?
Yep.
What's the temperature?
Current temperature is 20 degrees. Wind is
It's not a bad
140
day.
at 5 knots.
Okay, and the barrow today is apparently 2390, according to the chart. So there's that. So, yeah, it's pretty much straightforward.
Sorry,
We'll follow it
2390.
now.
Where do you get that from?
Bottom of the chart, if you look at 7-30,
Yeah.
and then right at the bottom, runway 17. The very
Yep,
one on the
got
far
it.
left.
2390.
Yeah. Yep, sweet. I forget how nice Australia is scenery-wise. It's just so cool.
So much land though, isn't there? Just so much of it.
So it's something like 80% of it's just desert, and the rest of it's inhibited.
It never
by-
used to be, though.
Inhibited?
inhibited.
I'm done. I can't speak English
It
today.
actually used to be covered in like trees, like absolutely the world's biggest forest.
Really?
Millions of years ago, yeah. And then it started to move south, and there was something about a change in the current in the sea, in the Pacific, meant that the weather patterns changed and it all dried out completely, and then the whole thing, all the trees just died off, and it ended up as like a desert in the middle. But it used to be one of the most green areas in the world.
That's pretty impressive.
Tis. I must admit, when I look outside and I see that weather, I am jealous, because I know what the weather's like in the UK right now. I look at that and I'm like, yeah, that's quite nice.
It's pretty bad. The UK's always bad though. I mean, to the point where I almost had to invest in some sort of yacht the other day. So.
Well, you say it's bad. Some guy sent me a tweet, a picture of his, those temperature gauges where it shows you the inside and outside temperature in his house. It showed me the temperature gauge, and it said inside plus 24 Celsius, outside minus 25 Celsius. Now, can you imagine what it's like to walk outside given that temperature difference of 50 Celsius?
Where does he live?
Sweden. Over in Sweden right now, it's between minus 18 and minus 25.
Yeah, I saw Corrales posted on Twitter that picture of the snow in his front garden.
Yeah.
And his car, like you couldn't tell it was a car, it just looked like a big snowman.
Yep. He got stuck, I think, in his car going out the
Yeah,
other
he
day.
couldn't go shopping or something. Yeah.
Minus 25. That's insane.
I watched a documentary of somewhere in northern Russia. It's like the coldest place people live on the planet, and it was like minus 40.
Yeah, I've seen that actually. I know what you mean.
What? I just watching these guys walk around in just like a duffel coat and some jeans. Like, oh, they're used to it, no problem.
I think they went there in an episode of Top Gear. Actually, they went there and it was unbelievably cold.
I don't know how. I mean, like 3 degrees and I'm crying. Minus 40, and it's amazing that your body can sort of acclimatize to minus 40 degrees. You would think at that point your blood would just freeze.
Yeah, just flying through the beautiful cloud right now.
It's really nice. And as well with London City, when you go on when you are on the glide, your speed brakes are out as well, all the way down.
Or just to arrest that descent a bit.
Yeah, it's just the way all of the planes, all the jets that go in there, like the Avros, the ERJs, the Embraers even, they all have the speed brakes in the up position until they vacated the runway. Okay, well, I need to set the pressure, so 1021, passing 10,590.
021 passing 10,500.
Yep, and we can do the approach checklist when you're ready.
Okay. If I can find it. Seatbelt sounds are on, aren't they? We didn't turn them off, I don't believe. Okay, approach briefing.
We'll say complete.
ECAM status.
Is checked.
Seatbelt signs.
Are on and auto. Well, actually, they're both on. One sec. Now they're on and auto.
Barrel reference.
1021, passing 95.
Confirmed. MDA DH.
Okay, so the MDA is, the barrow is set 2390.
Confirmed. And the engine mode selector
is set to normal.
Checklist complete.
Sweet. So the RNAV starts at 3,900 feet. So that's what I'm going to take us down to. There we go. And then the decision is 1k below that, so we have got 1,000 feet to play with before we have to consider what's going to go, well, what's going to go in our favour. You know what I can see actually ahead of us is a wall of cloud. I'm hoping that disappears.
Yeah. I don't know, I don't think we'll have a problem, to be fair.
I think once we get below it'll be fine,
Yeah,
just getting to that point.
I think that cloud is above 3,900.
Fingers crossed. It's a nice turn onto the onto the art now, I'll give it that. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Really nicely drawn curve. We're good with fuel, just under 3 tons, and auto brake as well. We need medium, so I'll set that.
Roger.
Okay, we need to get a pedal on with this descent, so let me just... Okay, let's take flap 1, please.
Okay, speed check, flap 1.
To do a bit of nailing on the descent, so I'm going to put the speed brake out. I'm going to reset the MCP to minimum, so 2900. I can see the airport just after about 12 o'clock, you see. So
Yeah, I can see it.
let's see what happens. That's what happens when you don't follow RNAV constraints, things get a little bit messy. Yeah, that's crazy high. Remember what I said about BBJs and us throwing it around?
Yeah.
I'm going to employ that technique very, very soon.
We're at 6,000 coming in.
Yeah, it's all good, don't worry. Right, I'm going to disconnect the autopilot and then I'm going to fly us around in like a big circle. And
Okay.
then we can just, like, it'll be a visual approach then from that point.
That's fine.
Okay, my aircraft.
Roger.
2,500.
Okay, go around set to 5k.
Okay, thanks. Flaps 2, please.
Speed check, flaps 2.
At least we're going to get a nice view of the airport.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Okay, gear down, please.
Speed check, gear down.
And then once that's down, you can go flat 4 on the landing checklist.
Okay. Landing checklist.
1,000.
Cabin crew advised. Auto throttle.
Still in.
Okay. Wait for the flaps. Okay, ecam memo.
Checked.
Landing no
100
blue. Check
above.
is complete.
500. Minimum 400. 300. 200.
Sync rate.
100. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Spoilers deployed. Reverse is green. Decel. $70 knots. Sweet, nicely done.
That was some interesting make it up as you go flying right there. Scenery is very nice.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Oh, so much static. I don't know where to park.
Yeah, there's like loads of.
Oh, look
Is that
at the people
Qantas around
flow.
everywhere?
The people flow is so cool.
Oh, there's like an aircraft to the left just being loaded. Can you see that? Oh my
Yep.
god, have you got that? There's people walking around loading baggage onto the Virgin Australian aircraft left of us. That is so cool.
Yeah, I just parked next. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like
To the sun,
GSX built in. It's amazing.
Okay, parking brake set.
APU available.
Shutting down the engines. Let you get all the lights and stuff. What the? Is that Air Force One in the background?
What?
Dude, there's Air Force One in the background?
Were you looking?
You know, the runway we landed on, to the left of it.
Can't see it.
On the other ramp over there, like way behind us.
Oh yeah, crikey.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see that. It's actually some pretty sweet scenery around here.
It's nice, it's a little bit laggy for me, but whatever. This is the old school Orbeck stuff. This is before they figured out how to optimize stuff, so I guess. I'd love them to revisit it though. And you know, and recode it for modern technology. But yeah, our private reg has made it safely.
Welcome to Canberra.
Although that landing, I mean, the landing itself was fine, but that little improvisation right there is probably not strictly by the book, but whatever. It's all about having fun.
Cool. Yeah, lovely scenery. And nice flying with you again.
Absolutely. Again, I'm sure the 100 people that liked it will kindly oblige.